All that work and what did it get me?
Hey everybody. So, first of all, let me just apologize because I am a little bit behind with dropping these videos. But with all things happen. Okay, so I'm going to jump right back into it. We were talking about how to interview or write letters to your archetypes to solidify that they are a part of your family of 12, right? Now, I gave you guys the historical questions. Now I'm going to give you the rest of the questions, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so I was going to go over the personal questions again. However, they're at the end of my last video. So I'm not going to repeat myself because I just feel like that's a waste of time. All right, so the energy and intuitive questions you are going to ask. Are you aware when you are engaging in the energy field of this archetype? How do I know when your energy is influencing my thoughts or actions? You're going to record your immediate expression or impression as having an authentic connection, okay? Have you ever been aware of dreams in which this archetype has been present? How do you present your energy to me through the dream state? Next question. In what way does having a conscious awareness of this archetype in your psyche empower you? You're going to ask, in what ways does your influence enhance my sense of personal power? Does this archetype in any way disempower you? Do you have a negative influence on my self-esteem or on my behavior or attitudes? Okay? Describe what you consider to be the wisdom that is carried in this archetype for you. What have I learned lately that comes directly from you? Can you recall any instances in your life, preferably at least 3, in which you have received some form of intuitive guidance that you could associate with this archetype and its role in your contract? So you would form that question by saying, when and where in my life have you communicated with me most directly? Record your first impressions. What fears or challenges do you have that you associate with this archetype? List a minimum of 5, and you would ask, what do you make me afraid of? What strengths or positive qualities do you have that you associate with this archetype? List a minimum of 5 again, and you will ask, what positive characteristics do I have that you enhance and help me with? Have you ever imagined yourself to be any of the archetypes you have chosen, such as a warrior, a king, a slave, or a princess? Apply the perceptions you have gained from answering the preceding questions to your memories. Then, one at a time, work with your memory of the people or event in these scenes within the context of a contract that you had made for the purpose of spiritual empowerment. Okay? So those are the energy and intuitive questions. Now, let's move on to the spiritual questions. Number 1. How has and does this archetype influence your spirituality? What is your central contribution to my spiritual development? What have you come to know about yourself through this archetype, both positive And in terms of your shadow, what are the most important personal lessons that you have taught me? How would your life be different in the present by acting on spiritual insights from this archetype? You would ask, what immediate guidance can you give me in this present moment? Describe, even briefly, how this archetype factors into your contract by asking, how do you help me work with my agreements and contract? Okay? Are there any patterns in your life that you would change because of insights regarding your connection with this archetype, such as healing a relationship, or because you can now approach those parts of your past as aspects of your contract? To form this into a question, you would ask, what is the most immediate personal change connected to your influence that I can make that would best empower me at this point in life? Can you make those choices? If so, when? And if not, why not? You would form that question by asking, how do you cause me to block personal change? What changes in your life do you fear the most? The question would be, what do I fear most about your influence? And you can add any further notes. Okay, you need to perform this kind of inner excavation with each archetypal pattern. You may find that you need to do it more than once, since working with one archetype inevitably wakes up a memory or two. Sometimes it could wake up many memories, inspiring you to return to an archetype that you had already interviewed, comparing notes and connecting fragments. This process becomes more intriguing the deeper you go. As you review the above series of questions and test statements, weed out archetypes that you have selected until you arrive at 8 that you feel certain about. So when you write your list of archetypes in your journal, don't just give their names. Use a brief sentence or two to describe the primary reason why you chose each one. You'll have plenty of supporting reasons and a whole history of people and events that led up to and confirmed your selection of why you chose that specific archetype. But you should be able to state the principal reason. This will help you when you begin to work with your archetypes to interpret your contract and seek guidance on a variety of issues. So, this concludes this video, which was basically the rest of the questions on interviewing your contract and identifying your archetypal patterns. You guys take as much time as you need to do this. There is no need to rush it at all. There's no need to rush it at all. I am going to prepare the next video where we tap into the chakras, your spiritual backbone. And again, this takes time. So be patient with yourself. Allow your archetypes to respond to you, to make sure that you are working within the correct archetypes to reveal more of your sacred contract. This is the end of this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe, stay blessed, stay high vibrational, and until next time.